Namaste, divine beings. Wonderful to celebrate the International Yoga Day that begins with this idea in time. 4 years before Prime Minister Modi introduced International Yoga Day. The concept of International Yoga Day was and is to celebrate yoga, sacred unions. The sacred unions within to be a higher self, where the I has transformed to we, where the we is many as one, all our potentials awake. We are multidimensional beings. Let me begin with this story. Of the sacred mountain, Arunachala, revered for thousands of years, said to have been beyond yuga, that is, over 100,000 years and more, is Arunachala. When the ego, Brahma, and the awake mind, Lord Vishnu, were debating and arguing on who was greater, a pillar of light appeared. Brahma, ego, goes upwards. Lord Vishnu, the awake mind, goes downward. Ego lies that he has seen the end of the pillar of light. So he's banished. He is, so it was then made known that we do not worship ego. Now that pillar of light is the mountain Arunachala. At any given time, there is said to be over 1,000 enlightened beings living around that mountain. And the best time to go around the mountain is new moon at midnight. So whenever you go around the mountain, go to the mountain, you walk around the mountain. And the ideal time really is after 12 at night. By about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, this is the time when all the Siddha sages, the enlightened beings, the beings yearning beyond enlightenment, this is the time they come out. So I had gone on the night of Amavasa, new moon, and I had begun the journey, walking around the mountain. When from the opposite direction, I was walking clockwise. From the opposite direction, a Siddha sage walks forward. You could see that immenseness of this being. So I go to him and ask for blessings. He gives me his blessings. I offer money. He says, save it for someone who might need it more than me. And he continues walking. Now, I was walking pretty fast. The walk around the mountain is 14 kilometers. In 45 minutes, I am seeing the same Siddha said appear from the other side. In other words, he walked around the mountain and now he was coming towards me again on the road. So in 45 minutes flat, he had walked around and here he was. I thought this was mind-blowing. And my first reaction was, this could not be him. This could be somebody else. So I walk up to him and he says, I blessed you, move. And as he walks, it felt like a bus, moving with all the air moving forward. That moment I realized, here is a Siddha in flesh and blood. And I had his blessings. The next month, on the same Amavasa, new moon, I go back at the same time. And at a particular place around the mountain called Aadi Anomalaya, the ancient Anomalaya, at that particular space, normally all the time, there's huge upsurge of energy in that spot. And at that spot, I felt Lord Siva telling me, whom you are looking for is here. And there was a tea shop nearby. So I decided, let me stop and stop at the tea shop. And there he was. And I was able to speak to him, connect with him. And I knew from that moment, I had found a guru to guide me through, a guru who was from another realm. So I asked him this question. What would you like to teach humanity? He said, Swasam. He mentions no breath. Know your breath from where you're inhaling from. Know your breath from to where you are exhaling to. If you know this, all you need, all that is yours. Since then, I had been yearning with him. Every time I go to India, I take time to be with him. We've done several pilgrimages. And I came to know certain impossibles. He has a calendar where one day he walks 2 times around the mountain, 14 kilometers each time. Sometimes, and then the next day it becomes 3, then it becomes 4, then it becomes 5. So imagine 5 times around the mountain, 14 kilometers, that is 70 kilometers walk in one day. Now, every time I was walking with him, he would be in the mantra, just the mantra. And the mountain, he would tell me, will shrink as you start walking more and more. The mountain will shrink. So I asked him, why would you want to walk counterclockwise? He said, when you go clockwise, you say, I want. When you go counterclockwise, you say, I surrender, I let go. And there he was imbibing Arunachala, Lord Siva. Through this, I realized there is an incredible potential when we do yoga to become the yogi. The yogi is the power of many as one. and the power of one to be many. So through this actual experience of mind and being with this Guru, my realization was, when we do yoga, we are tapping into an enormous primordial power within ourselves that not only moves reality, but creates reality. This is the power of tapas. This power of tapas is what is the ultimate jewel in our yoga. To attain that innermost sacred fire is tapas. So a 24/7 is yoga, and we are the yogi. A yogi means awakening all the inner geniuses, the siddhis. And how does that open? When we are inspired, when we come to the knowing, we know our life purpose. When we start working with our life purpose, we wake up all our potential, all our siddhis. Now we are the Siddha. This is why we do our yoga. So today, we will work through the 8 empowerments of yoga. The first, the very first of all the empowerment is lighting our inner lamp, awakening our root chakra, transforming our animal into the human and human into the divine. And that process is lighting our inner lamp. So, in our daily life, in our daily journey, we would want to begin with lighting our innermost lamp. When you light our innermost lamp, in case you are able to create an altar that you can go around, fantastic. If not, go around yourself. When we light our lamp with the mantra, we are kindling our inner fire with the intent. And the intent is allow our fire to rise above and go through transformations as we evolve ourselves. The human to the supreme higher self, Lord Siva. Our journey through to becoming the divine. So let's begin the journey. Chin Mudra at all times. The Chin Mudra helps us go beyond the mind, to the mind beyond the mind, the states of Turiya. Take a deep inhale, go all the way down to the root chakra. Take a deep inhale. Hold the breath. Feel a lamp that we are lighting within and say the mantra. Ring, ang, ung, ganamadiye namo. 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 Ringang ganamane namo, ringang ganamane namo, ringang ganamane namo. The first prayer to begin our day is consider your left palm as your mother, your right palm as your father. Bring your mother and father together. Now, when we are worshipping Ganapathy, we begin with worshipping our mother and father, our first gurus. So let's say the mantra, think of your mother, think of your father, and let's pay reverence. Also, in our mind, go around your mother and father. Ringang Ganamanenamum, Ringang Ganamanenamum, Ringang Ganamanenamum, Ringang Ganamanenamum, Ringang Ganamanenamum, Ringang Ganamanenamum, Ringang Ganamanenamum. Now, challenges is absolute truth in our lives. Consider all the challenges. Consider also possessions. Consider everything that we have. We crack it like a coconut, especially our problems, especially our worries, anxiety, trauma, sorrow, grievance, anything that is holding us back, we crack it like a coconut. Let's say the mantra together. Ring Ganamane Namo, 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 Ring Ganamane Namo. Now, as you say the mantra, you're surrendering the I of ego, the I that is going through the human experience to the we of spirit, to the we that is unbound by the law of karma, the we of dharma, the we of being spirit. Ringang Ganamane Namo, 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 Ringang Ganamane Namo. Now, when we say the mantra, feel that we are the light within, the sacred fire within. This is the first steps towards meditation, becoming, being the light. Ringang Ganamane Namo, 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 Ringang Ganamane Namo. Now, as you're chanting the mantra, realize that there's breath and there's breath beyond breath. Coming to awareness of the breath beyond breath, the eternal spirit that we are. Ringang Ganamane Namo, 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 Ringang Ganamane Namo. Now we are ready to begin the day with thoughts. The first prayer is, God, give me the right thought. Give me the wisdom. Now, to attain wisdom, to attain the right thought, to attain optimal thinking, to awaken our genius is having the left brain and the right brain align itself. This is the process within pranayama. Now, by doing the pranayama, we are entering into the ground zero. Now, what we are really doing is creating the perfect foundation from where Mother Kundalini can rise upwards. Mother Kundalini manifests. Our thought becomes instant reality. But where we are thinking from matters. Anything can be manifested. Let's manifest from the higher space. And this higher space begins with innermost peace, innermost tranquility and harmony. In the human world, it is absolutely normal. It is normalcy to go through ups and downs. And each time we go through ups and downs, we are taken off our core. The importance is to come back to the core. Now, this form of pranayama that we are doing would be unusual. It is a Siddha form. It is a form of pranayama that we could do at all times. You're driving home, driving to your work, you're sitting at your work, you are negotiating, or you're talking to someone, or you're simply enjoying a movie. Whatever that you are doing, you can keep the pranayama going on. What does this mean? We are incubating a higher, larger, vaster self. That's what we are doing. So how do we do it? Chin Mudra again. Press the left big toe. Almost instantly, the breath will flip to the left. The goddess breath, the moon breath. Take a deep inhale, pressing the big left toe. And when you go into the innermost goddess breath of the breath within breath, the inner womb, lift the energy up from the left and allow that to exhale to the right on the crown chakra. Now, press your right big toe down. Feel the right breath, the sun breath, Lord Siva. Take a deep inhale through the R from the root chakra. Rise it upwards to the crown chakra and move it to the left. Rub your palms together, your left breath and your right breath. Your breath itself is the guru. So rub our palms together. Feel the blessings of the left breath and the right breath. Feel the epicenter we are in. No thoughts, just the womb of being. Know this womb of being, the 0 point, as a place where we incubate our greater self. In other words, through the whole day, be in a meditative zone. At all times, being in the realm of the meditation zone is being in the states of Turiya. When we are in the supermind state, not only is our thinking optimal, we will think from a higher space. Our thought can create hell or heavens, depending on where we are thinking from. When we think from the higher space, we naturally will create heavens. So let's do this exercise once more, just to allow that energy to feel. I'd like you to experience this. When we experience this 0 point ourselves, then we will want more of it and we will do it. And this becomes our daily moment and daily practice and every moment practice. Okay, so press the left big toe down, take a deep inhale. Now, this inner Om can be said internally without having to say it aloud. The same way the A could also be said internally without having to say it aloud. But we are going to say it aloud so that way the energy is all as together through each one of us. Right side, press the right big toe down, raise the A, let it rise up, and then to the left crown chakra, exhale it. From both your palms, feel ourselves in the womb, feel ourselves at the 0 point. Now we are ready to awaken the next. Now, Lord Siva is the yogi whom we worship, we become. Lord Siva is timelessness. So what do we mean by timelessness? First, we would have to consider what matter is. Because equal to the matter in its own dimension is time and timelessness. So if all the grains of sand through all the beaches was representing the colossal infinite space of universes, of all the universes, this, when you look up at the sky, is that immense, immense infinity of the finite as matter. Likewise is time itself, primordial. This universe, universes beyond universes, all of this is timelessness, and this is Lord Siva. So when you say the mantra, understand that we are expanding ourselves exponentially to being that infinite. We will say let's derive the Om Namah Shivaya mantra. Say the mantra three times. First we say we say Om 3 times, we say Ah 3 times, and from inside derive the mantra. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Now, when we are saying the mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, there are millions of enlightened beings saying the mantra too simultaneously here on planet Earth and across the universes. All of the beings are saying the mantra Om Namah Shivaya in timelessness. Let's tap into that infinite grace of vibrancy. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Now let's come back to the lamp. So when we light our lamp, we are lighting our innermost sacred fire. From the root chakra, we're raising the fire, sacred fire upwards. Feel the sacred fire that we chant the mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Experience this, the grace of Lord Siva as in being the state of joy. Sachidananda, bliss. Now we are the yogi. Let's experience it. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Know that at all times when we are in a mantra, we are meditating, perpetually meditating. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So we go back to Swasam, Aadi Sokkar's teaching. Inhale from God, from Siva. Exhale to Lord Siva. Let's experience it. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Now there's breath and there's breath beyond breath. In other words, the state of samadhi. The state of samadhi is when we have anchored ourselves into the divine. And now the divine is sustaining us. And we are not sustained anymore. Of course, we are sustained by the human that we are. But its relevance has dissolved. Now we are the spirit in the human experience. And our human is being sustained in divine light. So when we are saying the mantra, bring awareness to the breath beyond breath. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. In meditation, we are in a state of joy. We are the dance of bliss. We are ecstasy. Tantiram is the weaving of the divine with the individual. So at every level, we are in the orgasmic states of joy. So when we are saying the mantra, understand ourselves as being that infinite cosmic dance. And within ourselves, we are sitting down with stillness, the grace of stillness, absorbing the dance, being the dancer, and allowing all that light to be our experience, to be our tapas, our innermost sacred fire. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. From our palms receive the blessings. Now that we are awake, we have access to that beyond the unlimited, that beyond the limited, that which is the unlimited. We blossom now. Every moment of our human experience is the blossom of blossom like the lotus flower. Whatever the muck is, whatever are the life challenges, we can choose the right experience. So, in this process now with being awake, allow a heart to sing. How does a heart sing? When we are singing, when we are doing anything joyful, when we are in a creative mode, when we are allowing a genius to shine, we are flowing. Goddess Mahal Lakshmi is the flow that we tap into. She is abundance in all facets. That includes wealth, includes love, includes recognition, includes the success in what we do, includes resilience and the power of abundances. So, in the heart chakra, allow the flow to happen with the mantra Narayani. Narayani, 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 Narayani. Narayani, 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 Narayani. Through each moment, each day, sing. Allow the heart to blossom. Allow ourselves to blossom. When you sing Narayani, you're invoking Goddess Mahal Lakshmi. Goddess Mahal Lakshmi is also the good luck factor. So let's invoke her and alight her in us and let her be with us every breath, every moment. Narayani, 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 Narayani. Receive the blessings. The secret, the essential of each moment for Goddess Mahalakshmi to blossom as the lotus is gratitude. At all times, we are simply grateful for what we have. We are grateful no matter what, for whatever it is, because it's gratitude that can steer the experience. that we wish. So when we are grateful, we are able to shape the experience we are wishing to have, with which we are able to attain the optimal thought, the empowering wisdom. So let's sing the mantra Narayani, the goddess mantra, but in this, go into gratitude, gratefulness, thankfulness. Think of everything that you're grateful for, every moment, everything that we have around us, every breath, the very fact that we're alive, be grateful for. Narayani, 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 Narayani. This is the moment when we can manifest anything we desire. In Tamil, there is a powerful word, a word in which we appreciate somebody who's got everything in life. We say he's got yogam. We associate the word yogam to good luck. Yogam means the one who's a yogi, who's attained the blessings of yoga is called yogam. Yogam is the good luck factor. This yogam really means being able to manifest anything we desire. So think from our heart what we wish for a moment. Later, when you are doing it by yourself, write your thoughts as in 6 dimensions, like anything that you wish to desire. Think of it in 6 different dimensions of the same thought in 6 different ways. So in this way, manifestation is at ease. Let's go into thinking what we want, what we desire from the higher space. Narayani, 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 Narayani. Now, where we are is vibrations. We would want to ground this vibration. This is why it is vital to have an altar in your home, in your bedroom, if possible, if you do not have any other room. It's vital to ground the energies into that altar space. So every day when you light your lamp and you are in the vortex, that vortex energy is grounded so slowly that place becomes the vortex. And as the place becomes the vortex, we become the vortex carrying with us that energy. So right now, as we say the mantra, feel the energies of Goddess Mahal Lakshmi descend and visualize a space in your house, your altar space, where she is, where she descends into through us, through our being, she descends into the altar space. And this is the altar space which we are honoring and holding within and lighting every day through time. So in other words, we're connecting timelessness and time and giving it the space. Narayani, 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 Narayani. Now, understand ourselves as a vortex of light. As a vortex of light, we are the vibrancy. Where we are able to transfer this energy into the next. This is prana pratishtam. So, temples are created by prana pratishtam. We create an altar with prana pratishtam. We are the source of light. So when you say the mantra, imagine us being the vortex of light waiting to light that energy in the space, in the physical reality. So we bring all the timelessness into time in physical reality. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. The sacred fire represents the third element. The first element is earth, second is water, third is sacred fire, fourth is air, fifth is infinite akash. So when we are with the sacred fire, we are in between the spirit and the material world. So through the sacred fire, visualize the 5 elements that we are. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Now, from timelessness to time we are. From spirit to material we become. So we make the offerings. We have the first level of offering, which represents earth, which is roots. The second level of offering, which is water. The third is incense. Fire as fire. The fifth is flowers. So when you're doing a puja, if you have flowers, it's fine. If you do not have flowers, visualize having flowers. And for every mantra, we are making an offering of the flowers. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. So this is how we do our puja. This is supreme yoga. This, if we can do it every day, once a day, and slowly make that mantra through every breath, our journey to becoming the yogi now is the momentum of our evolution from human to divine, from the limited potential of human to the multidimensional power of being the angel in the human form, the divine form. Now, before we do yoga, before we do a physical hatha yoga, it's highly recommended to do the 10 bends. The 10 bend video will be sent to you by email. But let me explain what we mean by 10 bends. There are 10 different parts of us that needs to be considered from a very physical perspective of exercising it. Neck, shoulder blade, arm, wrist, fingers, right? Likewise is the throat, the upper torso, the lower waist, the groin, the knees, the ankles, the toes. Now, it might sound common sense. It is so important that we essentially work each of this with divinity, knowing that the divine rests within us. And each of these parts of ours in simple form of exercise, working ourselves to the 10 bends, essentially considering it as divine, brings healing. So when you get into yoga, you come out without any injury. We prevent any form of injury when we do this. We wake up in the morning never with a pain in any place. And as we age, that's when we realize more and more the utility, because there are certain parts we are definitely going to forget to use during the day. There's several parts that essentially is nearly forgotten. Today with the computer, we forget to use our fingers. So apply the 10 bends every day, making sure that before our physical yoga, we do this. Now, when we are doing the physical yoga, know that we are going through the process of healing. When we go through the process of healing, we are literally, when we're doing yoga, literally invoking all the light to come through us through our yoga. So when we are doing this, understand every sequence of ours as an epicenter core to tap into. And here is where breath becomes breathlessness. Timelessness becomes time, and time becomes timelessness. This is Sthira. Being in the state of Sthira. So when we do a Hatha yoga, a physical yoga, tap into this. Next, especially when we are doing a sun salutation, work the sun salutation in a way in which your left big toe presses down. You're invoking the goddess breath, the moon breath through our body system, exhaling it to the crown. So every time when we do a sun salutation, it's like a giant pranayama. We're amplifying the effect of yoga through our pranayama. Every yogic posture we are going through, attain the flow, goddess Mahal, Lakshmi flow. Because what you're doing in yoga is what you would experience at all times. Our yoga is at all times. And yet the yogic practice that we do, the altar and the time, the meditation that we do, is that which constantly feeds that energy within us. Now, any time we've taken our mantra, do the japa 108 times. As we do the mantra 108 times, we're digesting this light. Our yoga is to allow all the light of the supreme beingness to come and transform a human being, the divine, the cosmic divine, the infinity of Lord Siva, to be rested in each of us. So in divine beings, we've gone through many dimensions. Put it into practice. Each moment. Our teachings of Siva is the journey to attainment. Akalangi Kundalini Yoga is that which multiplies ourselves as from divine, as from human to divine. And when we say human to divine, the divine has wings. The wings represent timelessness, the ability to transcend time. Manifestation is all about timelessness and time. We desire something from timelessness, and in time it manifests. That is manifestation. When we know our higher purpose, we become leaders. We walk the direction. When we walk the direction, taking our life leadership, everything and everybody follows us. Now, our journey is towards the light in transformation. Where consciousness is, abundance is, Goddess Mahal Lakshmi happily resides. And where she resides, we become the blossom of life, the blossom of realities. In our vibrancy, we create heavens, for we are the divinity. We are the divine, experiencing the human as our 24/7 yoga, by being the yogi. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Journey through breath, to the breath beyond breath, where we are one. We are the light. We are the supreme consciousness that we alight in ourselves and alight for humanity in grace and joy, divine beings. Om Namah Shivaya. Om.